Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Welcome to Shabbatish. My name's Rich, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about this first song. It's actually called Benediction, and traditionally, the benediction, which I think just means good word, is kind of given at the end of a gathering, kind of as a blessing and as a way to send people out into the world and to have other interactions. And in this case, we decided to put it first just to kind of plant that seed in your mind. And it's a little bit of a different benediction. I don't want to explain the whole song, but there's one line in there that I thought maybe I would throw a little light on. Early on, there's a stanza that says, "Every obstacle's your teacher in a stained and tattered robe." And what I was getting at there was something I read in a book a few years back. The author was pointing out that we all tend to use our imaginations all the time, and a lot of times we use them in a negative way. So if someone cuts you off in traffic, for instance, you automatically tell yourself this story about how they're on their phone or whatever reason you have to kind of justify feeling angry at them. And again, the author was pointing out, if you're going to use your imagination, why not use it the other way and assume that maybe they're on their way to the hospital with a sick child, or maybe there's a reason that they're distracted and you can cut them some slack in that case. And the author went on to say, if you can kind of tweak your way of thinking a little bit and imagine that somewhere someone is making this situation difficult for you for the express purpose of teaching you an essential lesson, that if you can kind of work your way through this lesson, you'll have gained something. So every obstacle can be your teacher. So I hope you enjoy the song. This is Benediction.
May every stumble become a dance. May every struggle become a new romance. If every obstacle's your teacher in a stained and tattered robe, every burning bridge a candle that lights your way home. I hope you radiate mercy, hope you radiate love, hope you radiate mercy, hope you radiate love. May every stutter become a new haiku. May every sorrow become a holy blues. 'Cause the broke down have a future. The best queens reject the crown. Sometimes you can't see the moon till the barns burn down. The barns burn down. Hope you radiate mercy, hope you radiate love, hope you radiate mercy, hope you radiate love. Hope you create more than you destroy, despise much less than you enjoy. Light your cigar at the sacred fire. May you never get all that you desire. May your borders be unguarded when the winds of change collide. On your lips a word of welcome for the traveler outside.
On the day when the weight deadens on your shoulders and you stumble, may the clay dance to balance you. And when your eyes freeze behind the gray window and the ghost of loss gets into you, may a flock of colors, indigo, red, green, and azure blue, come to awaken you in a meadow of delight. And when the canvas frays and the currach of thought and the stain of ocean blackens beneath you, may there come across the waters a path of yellow moonlight to bring you safely home. May the nourishment of the earth be yours. May the clarity of light be yours. May the fluency of the ocean be yours. May the protection of the ancestors be yours. And so, may a slow wind work these words of love around you, an invisible cloak to mind your life. May God bless you with discomfort at easy answers, half-truths, and superficial relationships, so that you may live deep within your heart. May God bless you with anger at injustice, oppression, and exploitation of people, so that you may work for justice, freedom, and peace. May God bless you with tears to shed for those who suffer pain, rejection, hunger, war, so that you may reach out your hand to comfort them and turn their pain into joy. And may God bless you with enough foolishness to believe that you can make a difference in the world, so that you can do what others claim cannot be done, to bring justice and kindness to all of our children. On the first night of Hanukkah, I changed all the scrolls in the mezuzot. Even blessings need a new start. I wrote that poem on the first night of Hanukkah, which means dedication, about mezuzot. It's the mezuzah, which is the place or scroll of blessing that Jews put onto every threshold and every doorpost of their homes. And it's supposed to be on the upper right-hand corner, sort of facing in, slanted inwards, a hand's breadth from the top. And you're supposed to kiss it when you come in and kiss it when you leave. And inside are the words of Shema, that God is one, that we're manifesting God's love in the world through actions. And we're supposed to be reminded of what we're supposed to be doing in the world every time we enter and we leave. And in so doing, being reminded of what our purpose is in the world, we're being blessed. It reminds me of a visit I did a long time ago. Probably it's been 6 or 7 years. And I went to this aging person's house, and she'd been through a lot. And she said, Rabbi, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's not looking good. And we talked about different things she could be doing. And in the end, it was just being together. And then she said, I've thought of something that might sound silly, but would you change the scrolls of my mezuzah? Maybe I've had bad luck. Maybe the blessings are wrong. So that's what we did. We pulled them all down. We unrolled them. It's parchment, so it kind of cracks together. And all of them were fine except for the one on the back door to her house. So we put a new scroll in. We set it the right way. And she felt such relief that really she had found this reason that she'd had these hardships in her life. Now, she knew, probably deep down, just like I know and you know, that her fortune wasn't going to change because we changed a piece of paper in her home. But it changed the way she felt about the fortune that was falling on her home. It offered her a chance to say, in this house, I'm going to be in control of how I see blessings. In this house, it's going to control how I walk in and out of these passages of my life. And I'm going to choose them to have a sense of oneness in the world. I think when we're in rabbinical school or in Hebrew school, in these places where we're being raised up as Jews, we're really good about teaching meaning-making through thinking, that there's a formula, there are words for everything. And even in these places without words, we put them, right? We put them on these door plates. We put them in our hearts. We learn all this language. And then you start living. In the rabbinical school, you start going to hospital beds and hospice beds and into homes that are difficult. And all the formulas start to unravel. And you have to unlearn the words for the places and times that there are no words. And then, if you're lucky, the formula starts working its way back. All of a sudden, Oseh Shalom sounds really different when you're holding someone who's dying's hand. All of a sudden, believing in Psalm 23 and its vibrancy changes in those spaces, and the words start to have a really different meaning outside of their formula. The mezuzah is like that. Every day belongs to itself. Every passage within the doors and outside the doors has meaning. We started today's worship with blessing instead of just waiting till the end. And you'll see we have bookends in both these places. But sure, we need a blessing to start the day, just like we need a blessing to end it. We know that there's a flow and that our pain changes us. And I also think being aware of those blessings, those moments of control, those moments of saying, I can't control the fortune, but I can control how it looks to me, that's very meaningful. That the threshold or the door places, it shows up in the Exodus story, but it also shows up in our messianic vision of the world. That when we end this world, we say that right now we're in a foyer. We're entering into some kind of house, some kind of threshold into another world, that there's between what we know and mystery. And that there's a tension in our tradition to bless that threshold, to bless the places that are in between, and to say, I don't know what's happening now, but I am so aware of the grace that abounds, and I'm so aware of the blessings that are within me, and that I have a whole community to share that with. Shabbat Shalom.
And over the hill, the night's too big to swallow. It's too tough to kill. You're too footsore to run, and you're too worn to fight. So you close your eyes and wait for the light. You sat in the garden with your back to the wall, afraid to sit pretty, afraid to stand tall. You ate of the fruit, still you don't know what's right. So you close your eyes and wait for the light. Wait for the light, wait for the light. Like a babe in the cradle with the shutters drawn tight. When the oil in your lamp won't last the night, you just close your eyes and wait for the light. In a fallow field waiting till spring is in sight. Oh, you sag and you sing and you break in the night. 'Cause your heart is a sparrow, it's too tired to take flight. So you close your eyes and wait for the light. Wait for the light, oh, wait for the light. Close your eyes and wait for the light. When you hear the chain creaking and the collar seems tight, you just close your eyes and wait for the light. Smoke of the battle, when there's no land in sight,